Good evening. A man has been charged with the murder of a woman found dead at a flat in Bournemouth. She was found with serious head injuries at Gainsley Court in Derby Road on Friday. She's been named as 38-year-old Hayley Dean. 50-year-old James Darcy is due to appear before magistrates tomorrow. A man has been convicted of strangling a man to death on New Year's Eve in Reading. The unanimous jury found Damir Begmatov from Swindon guilty. Police found 36-year-old Bobir Ezanov dead at an address in London Road. A woman from Littlehampton in Sussex has been found guilty of causing unnecessary suffering to two horses. Hamish and Ava were found by the RSPCA emaciated and malnourished. Linda Smith had the animals taken away and was fined nearly £2,000. A petition with 12,000 signatures has been handed in calling for improvements to the patient transport service in Sussex. The group who've organised the petition say the Clinical Commissioning Group needs to take action to ensure safety and security for patients and drivers. Meanwhile, the GMB union is organising protests on Tuesday in Brighton. Co-Performer have been running the service since April and there have been complaints about long waits and delays. Well, after the bad weather we've had this week, the rain managed to stay away for the final day of the Royal County of Berkshire show. Thousands descended on the showground in Chieveley today, including our reporter Mel Blore.
From cattle judging and wood carving to clothes stands and motorbike display teams, the Royal County of Berkshire show has something for everyone.
We normally come every year as a family just to have a look around and experience what everything is, have a look at the animals, just do all that country stuff, I guess.
Oh, we're just having a family day out. We're all coming down and it's absolutely brilliant. We love coming down every year. So.
What's your favourite bit?
We like all the animals and the craft, and I like especially the heavy horses.
Now more than 100 years old, the show attracts more than 60,000 visitors over the 2 days and has become one of the leading events of its kind in the country.
Well, we're having a fantastic couple of days. I mean, obviously we're into the early part of day 2, but the crowds are coming in, people are enjoying themselves, and we were a bit down on numbers yesterday, I think, because of the weather, but everyone I spoke to was having a really wonderful time.
On display for the first time this year was the showground's new £1 million cattle building. But taking centre stage was the White Helmets motorcycle display team.
We're the Army's premier motorcycle display team at the moment. We're one of the longest serving display teams on the face of the earth. Obviously the job role originally started from the dispatch riders back in the World Wars. So obviously that's how the team was formed. For those who don't know, the team is celebrating its 90th anniversary next year. So that's looking to be a huge year for the team.
Like yesterday, there were plenty of activities today to keep people of all ages entertained, proving you're never too young to celebrate life in the countryside. Mel Blore, ITV News, Chieveley.
Well, it's day 2 of the Liberal Democrat conference in Brighton. Party members from our region say they're attracting new members and can regain the seats they lost last May. Our political correspondent Phil Hornby reports.
They've rolled up their sleeves and come to Brighton determined to fight back after they were wiped out in our region in the general election last year. As always at a Lib Dem conference, there's lots of confidence, talk of council by-election wins and rising membership. But is a party that was in government just 16 months ago in danger of looking irrelevant?
If we were relevant, we wouldn't have won more local authority by-elections anywhere else. We won 15, everyone else has lost. We've actually gained, and it's not a single other party has now gained a seat in a by-election locally except us. In May in Eastleigh, we increased our polling, we increased our votes. People gave us their support because they know that when we're in power, we do a good job.
The appetite in Lewis is definitely still very Lib Dem, and we're seeing it across the entire country. The people that regret now voting against the Liberal Democrats are coming back to us, and we hope to make big successes, especially if Theresa May calls a snap election.
MPs who lost at the election are leading tours of the conference to enthuse new members and persuade them that the Lib Dems do have a future. But they have an awful long way to go. Phil Hornby, ITV News, Brighton.
On to football now, and Southampton were at home to Swansea today. Saints celebrated their first Premier League win of the season. The final score 1-0 thanks to a goal by Charlie Austin. Well, let's have a look at the weather forecast now with the details. Here's Philippa.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello there. Well, the weather over the coming days is looking fairly uneventful. Some sunny spells, a scattering of showers at times, but the real change will be in the temperatures, certainly quite a lot fresher than it has been of late. Back to you tonight then. A dry picture across the region, some clear spells too, giving rise to a little mist and fog in places, but that will gradually lift tomorrow morning. A rather cloudy start. I think any brightness tending to be confined to eastern parts, and later in the morning that thickening cloud will introduce some patchy rain. That cloud and rain working its way steadily eastwards through the afternoon. By the end of the day, a return to something drier and brighter out towards the west. Bye-bye.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, that's it from the weekend team. We're back with Good Morning Britain tomorrow from 6 a.m. Join Amanda for that if you can. But from all of us here, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye.